Hello everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to the English Channel. Perfect conditions for a crossing today. Hardly any wind, which means I can actually speak to you at last. And the sea is like a mill pond. Beautiful, isn't it? Perfect, ideal conditions to make that crossing. Anyway, that's not why I'm making this video. I'd like to speak about the headline that's going about the mainstream media today, that it's expected that total net migration for the year so far is going to be 700,000 compared to this time last year when it was just over 600,000. And partly they blame it on extending visas. Now, like I say, I do what I do with regard to small boats, simply because I live here, and I see it on a daily basis. I know the channel, when it's going to happen, when it's not. We've got Napier Barracks, we've got 3 or 4 hotels. I've seen my town change. I've seen Folkestone change. I mean, I've been here 6 years, yeah. And I live here, and I love living here, and I just hate to see what my town has become. Anyway, going on to the point I want to make. 700,000 guys. 700,000. Jeez. You can't even picture that. That's like the size, nearly the size of Birmingham, which is probably an ample place for which Folkestone looks like. Anyway, so 700,000. Let's talk about the visa scheme. Do you know how easy it is to settle in the UK? Really easy. First off, you have to pass what's known as the SELT, or the Secure English Language Test. Now, you can either sit it in one of the places in the UK, designated examining centres, or you can sit it abroad. The UK has got loads of them scattered across the world, and it tests your speaking, listening, writing and reading skills. Now, also on top of that, if you want to stay, you have to do the citizenship test, which is really easy to pass for us lot there. And then I was drilling down. There are 2 things that shocked me. The first is that there is no medical test that you have to pass. The only thing to settle in the UK is you have to take a TB test from certain countries. The majority of which, I'm going to let you think about it. What countries do you think might need a TB test? You guessed it. Africa, so Somalia, Senegal, Eritrea, and the Middle East. Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, technically, still the East. China as well. And drilling down it, if you can pass those certain criteria and pass the limited health test of TB, you can apply of one of 2 routes: to work or to study. Now, let's take the work angle first. There's a great page on the Home Office website which tells you all of the occupations that are currently in shortage, or shortfall, the ones that we would welcome here. And it makes for quite some interesting reading. Now, I've made a list because there's so many, I forget them all. So, if you're a health worker, a high potential individual, those with the readies, a minister of religion, you couldn't make that one up, a skilled worker, a startup, partner of somebody who is already resident in the UK or a UK citizen, a representative of overseas business, or you are a student. Now, we'll come on to students in a minute. Now, the funny thing is that when you drill down to all of these professions that you can apply to stay in the UK, get this. Right, so, healthcare, all jobs, doctors, dentists, nurses, surgeons, brain surgeons, optometrists, vets, even vets. You know, then you got the scientists, you know, chemical scientists, biological scientists, and look at this, archaeologists. Archaeologists. There are hundreds of thousands of people studying history, I know, because I studied it, that want to be archaeologists. What the hell? Mechanical engineers, so you want to work on cars. Working in IT support, IT systems. What else have we got here? Oh look, lab technicians. Now, artists. The following artists are required in the UK. No word of a lie, I'll put a link in the description. So, you've got, where is it? Yeah, right, orchestral players. You can play an instrument to a certain standard, you're in. Okay, dancers. So, ballet, tap, the rest of it. Look at Strictly Come Dancing, for example. Yep, they've got a UK visa. They're allowed to stay. So, you've got dancers, orchestral, comedians. Yeah, the whole country is full of them. The cabinet is full of them. What else? And yeah, just generic painters or artists, you know, that way. Then you've got fishermen, welders, bricklayers, masonry workers, carpenters, roofers and plasterers. These are all what the Home Office describe as in need. Joke. Absolute joke. There are thousands of people up and down the land that would be able to fill these occupations. Now, let's go to the health test. Like I said, TB. Yep. You do not have to pass any test for, say, AIDS, diphtheria, polio, or indeed COVID. If you are granted a student visa, you are legally entitled to stay in this country for 2 years after graduating. Yeah, after that 2 years, unless you're in a secure and stable job or whatever, they say that you will be, you know, moved on. When have we seen that? We haven't. Now, I've got a friend, well, he's actually my barber. His name's Chris, from Leeds. And he says to me that his wife's mate with one of her good mates is a cleaner at and in the dorms she has often found that there might be a Chinese student or someone from Vietnam that's studying at university, and they've got their whole family in their rooms. Unbelievable. So basically, this is what I'm trying to say. The whole boat thing, it's just a small pebble in a tiny ocean, pardon the pun. Legal migration needs to be tackled. It's what we can't see. What we can't see, we can see the boats coming up and down here. We can see them, we can see Air Sea Rescue, we can see the RNLI and the Border Fast. We can see them, you know, but this is hidden. This is hidden, and I don't have the answer to it, other than reverse everything that we've already done, start afresh, start again. Our whole towns and cities are being transformed by both the legal and illegal immigration. And nobody has got the balls or the gumption to do anything about it. But like I say, I prefer to stick to the boats because it's what I can see. I don't claim to be an expert on legal migration. I really should kind of gem up a bit more on it. But anyway, what do you think? Because if you're anything like me, I'm lost. Anyway, on that note, goodbye from a beautiful English channel this evening. Thanks for watching. Drop us a comment and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.